The Niagara 2022 Canada Summer Games tip off August 6th. Game Chair Doug Hamilton is with me in our studio today. Doug, August seems like a long time away as we're sitting here in February, but it's going to be here much sooner than we think, isn't it?
Well, I'm glad you think it's a long time away. It doesn't seem like a long time for us. We're counting now down, Mike, by the day, basically, and we're sort of there's a lot to do, and we're full speed.
160 plus days is where we're sitting right now, but one big piece of news, you're able to move into the Canada Summer Games Park.
We are. So Canada Games Park was completed last week, and the consortium that's operating it is moving in this week, and we're taking over the space, or some of the space there, for the next few months for our volunteer and staff teams. So we're excited about that.
Are there still some finishing touches to be done to some of the playing surfaces and other areas?
No, they're mostly done. So some of the playing surfaces aren't in, the ice isn't in the two arenas, but the arenas are done, the gyms are done, so, and all the office space is done. So we're moving into the office space there, and we're excited about that.
That's got to be very, very exciting, and really it's that next big step that makes it real.
It is, yeah. And then we'll start a number of community engagements. So we're really excited that the restrictions are lessening, and that we'll be able to start doing some of the things we'd like to do. And Mike, you talk about the start of the games happening in August, but we start our torch relay in late May and early June. So lots of things starting up soon, including our medal reveal, a 100-day out concert, a number of different things that'll be happening in the spring.
You mentioned the torch relay, and just a few weeks ago, the call went out for people to apply. How has the response been?
It's been very good. So the torch relay is a big event for the Canada Games. We start up in Ottawa. We're going to be following a route that takes us down to Montreal along the St. Lawrence Seaway. CSL is a sponsor of ours, and they're going to be our sponsor for the torch relay. It's coming on a ship here to Niagara, and then we're going through every community in Niagara over the course of 6 weekends. So we're really excited about that.
Torch relays often have some big names. Anything that you can reveal?
Oh, I'm not going to reveal any secrets right now.
Always keeping that quiet.
I'd get in big trouble from our team if I did that with you now, Mike.
What's the timeline for the torch relay?
So it starts. We start on June 6th, actually, in Ottawa at Parliament Hill, and it comes down and finishes at the opening ceremonies, which is about 2 months later at the Meridian Centre.
Volunteers, I know you've had thousands sign up already, but there's still a need for more.
There is. So we've had our first sort of wave of volunteers come in. We're a little over half of our numbers, but we still do need additional volunteers, and we'll be coming out with additional information and recruiting to fill up our team.
Where are those volunteers most seriously needed?
So you need volunteers. Really, a Canada Games is driven and delivered by volunteers. So we have a very small staff team, but it's the 4,000, 5,000 volunteers that drive the games. So we need them everywhere from driving and taking people to and from the airport and around to the different venues, through to all of the athletic venues where you need ball boys and ball girls picking up tennis balls, and minor officials, and people in security, and people in the food supply. And so really a lot of different opportunities for volunteers depending on their interest and locations. So we've got venues across Niagara, and if you've got an area that you'd like to be a volunteer in that's closer to where you live, then that's an opportunity as well.
What are the minimum age requirements for volunteers?
So we're looking for people who are over 18, but we also have roles for people who are under 18 and high school student as well. So there's a number of different roles that they can perform as well. I mentioned the ball boys and ball girls, so going down as young as 10, 12 years of age for those volunteers.
I visited the website this morning. The full schedule of each of the sports is up there, and tickets are now available to be bought. Is that true?
So some of the tickets are available to be bought. So we've got our schedule of sports. It's still a work in progress. Some of the national sport organizations will make minor changes between now and May, and then it locks in as of May. What we've been selling so far is all games passes and weekly passes just for a particular sport. And a lot of those passes are intended for people who are coming from out of town, to make sure that they're able to see their children play or relatives play and friends. So those are people that want to make sure that they have that access before book their trips. Our tickets for many of the people that are really interested in Niagara and the surrounding communities will start on sale in May. There'll be single day passes, single event passes, tickets, those types of things. So we'll start up that in May once we have the final sports schedule.
The concert, that's scheduled for April.
We do. We have a 100-day out concert in April, at the end of April in the Meridian Center, and that'll really be our sort of start of our community engagement event. We'll have that. We'll have a number of different things in addition to the torch relay. We'll have our medal reveal. So the medal reveal is a fun ceremony where we show what the medal will look like for the games. It's been designed by a local artist, and we're excited about that as well.
These games are not just taking place in St. Catharines near the Canada Games Park or at the Canada Games Park. Basically you're using the entire region for the games. What kinds of complications are involved in putting all of that together?
Well, so this is the first games that have been hosted by a region like Niagara. They're usually hosted by one or a couple different municipalities. We have 12 plus Niagara region. And one of the things that's fun about a Canada Games is because they were started in 1967 as part of our centennial celebration, they're intended to be both a celebration of sport, youth sport, but also a celebration of culture. And so in addition to our opening and closing ceremonies, what we've done is we've planned what we call our 13 for 13 Cultural Festival. Every night of the games, in between the opening and closing ceremonies, each of our 13 municipalities will be partnering with one of the 13 provinces and territories to host a unique cultural event every night of the games. And so that's posed quite a challenge to organize. We're organizing that with each of the municipalities as well as each of the provinces and territories and all of their tourism organizations. And so there will be some very special talent that'll be coming in to perform at these concerts. They're mostly concerts. And they'll all be free. So that'll be a real fun event for Niagara to participate in and to really celebrate the coming out of this last couple of years that we've gone through in Canadian culture.
The call has also gone out to corporate and community organizations to set up as vendors for these festivals as well, correct?
There is. There's a lot of food and other suppliers that we need for the festivals as well as outside the sporting events. So there'll be a huge engagement from our business community and other suppliers.
Doug, thanks for the update today. Where can people find more information, find the application to volunteer, find out this information as businesses to get involved as well?
So on our website, which you visited this morning, we've got not only the volunteer recruitment, but all of the other information on how to get involved.